A lot of you have been asking how I raised my dogs, Bosco and Prince. What the secrets to raising dogs as good as this is, so you can do it at home. You can do it with your dog. All right, it's an attitude. It's a way of being. It's a way of living. It's a way of carrying yourself. But we're gonna get into specifics right now. So, Bosco, my first dog, if you haven't seen him, he's the red Doberman. He's in many videos. I want you to go back and watch those videos. He was unbelievable. He was the goat. He was a unicorn. It was very unique, okay? And I'm not taking credit for all of it, all right? Bosco was an exceptional dog from day one. Prince is an exceptional dog as well. He's a little softer than Bosco, and I'm gonna get into how we raise them, okay? I got both of them from a breeder. I needed my dogs to be working kind of right away. I did not want to take a dog in, fix a bunch of problems, and then put the dog to work. Okay, they are working dogs. They have a job. They improve other dogs' lives. And that's an important job. And they know it. And I let them know that it's an important job. So we got them from a breeder. How did I choose a Doberman? I don't know. We were looking at American Bulldogs. We were looking at, I think, Ridgebacks and Akitas. We were looking a lot. And then we just settled on Doberman for some reason. Found a breeder. Thought she was good. We didn't know. Got Bosco. Bosco was raised more like your dog was raised, actually. Prince is raised in a unique environment, in a unique world. Bosco, I was still at SeaWorld when I got Bosco. We had kind of a property, although it wasn't like it is now, and we were still working people at SeaWorld, okay? Then the business got busier. 13 years later, 14, 15 years later, we got Prince, and he has become kind of a working dog right away. Family dog, but he has a job to do. So, Bosco, when we got him, like I said, he was a really good dog. I'm gonna tell you a couple stories about him. At about 9 months old, I took him to a client's house. This is the first time, this is where my method of using a helper dog as much as I use came from. It's from this one incident. I go to a client's house, he's got a feisty 30-pound little dog. I hadn't used Bosco much up to that point, or maybe just with nice dogs to play with dogs in people's backyards while I was at their house. I go, okay, this little dog's feisty, whatever. Maybe she didn't tell me the truth. Maybe she didn't know. I don't remember. But I just basically opened the gate, let Bosco in the backyard. This dog, it's still one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. This dog runs up to Bosco at 9 months old. Bosco's 9 months old. Runs up to Bosco and starts snarling and barking right here. If you had a camera on Bosco and you were to somehow take out the dog, just eliminate the dog from the scenario, you would have seen Bosco come in the house, perk up, dog's right here, and it almost looked like there wasn't a dog there. He just didn't pay the dog any mind. He just said, I'm going about my business. Prince, come here. Lie down. He said, I'm going about my business. He marked on bushes. He kept going, and then he eventually went over, found a ball. Dog eventually stopped because it wasn't getting a reaction on him, found a ball. Bosco dropped the ball in front of the dog saying, let's be friends. It was one of the most remarkable things I've still ever seen to today. And it was at that point I knew that I could use him to help dogs, because the dog after that day was a different dog with other dogs. That's gonna change a dog, all right? I haven't been perfect with Bosco. Bosco, once I went into a client's home, beautiful downtown San Diego high-rise apartment. This guy is this bed, this big bed with a white comforter on it. Bosco goes in, lifts his leg, and pees all over this guy's bed. Just yellow all over the guy's bed. It was unbelievable. It was horrible, right? Couple other things I did with Bosco. Prince is a good boy. Prince is a good boy. Couple other things I did with Bosco that you shouldn't do. Bosco, my first dog, I would walk Bosco, and I wanted him to be so social. I was like all into socialization as much as possible. I would walk him, I'd let him say hi to every dog on a leash on a walk. You shouldn't do that. Bosco, till the day he died, thought it was his God-given right to meet every single dog on a walk. A 12-year-old dog walking down the street, whining to get to every dog. Because I did it too much when he was young. I conditioned it too much when he's young. And he just wants to meet him, right? I don't think he would have been like not a little whining if I hadn't let him meet every dog. But it was a lot. I mean, he met every single dog. So I don't think that that's a great thing to do. All right, so that's Bosco. I'm gonna get into how to be in a minute. Now Prince is a little different. Prince came into this world, we got him at 4 months, he got returned to the breeder. He came into this world and he was working right away. He had a bunch of dogs around, playing right away, family dog, but he was raised quite differently. Prince is a softer dog than Bosco. He just is. You've seen it in the videos. Bosco was no nonsense. He's gonna let any dog know what's up. Prince could still get there, but he is by nature a softer dog. We got him at 4 months and he got to put to work right away. Now, here's the thing about raising your dogs to be like my dogs, and this is the main thrust of this post. Ready? What you say goes. If you want to pick one thing that I probably do with my dogs, it's when I ask something, I'm gonna follow up and it's gonna end up being done. Okay? I'm not perfect, but a lot of the times what I say goes. I'm not like that with my employees. I'm not like that with my kids, with my wife. I'm not really like that in other aspects of my life, but I am like that with dogs. I'm a dog trainer. That's what I do. That's what you have to do. You run the house. Don't be like that in life. I don't really care what you're like in life. Be that with your dogs though. You want good dogs? You are the boss of your house. When you say something, you mean it. You mean what you say and you say what you mean. You don't request a lot of stuff. You're not asking, okay? And carry yourself well. My methods for decreasing aggression are don't let the dog jump on you, pull you down the street. They need to come when they're called, and they don't sleep in your bed, okay? That is from, over and over again, me dealing with aggressive dogs and seeing the correlation between the dogs doing whatever the heck they want in life and then being aggressive. The most bang for your buck is to be vigilant in your everyday life with them pulling you, we're over it. We're done with that. Them running away, not coming to you, and you just letting them get away with that, we're done with it. Why wouldn't they go after a dog when they just do whatever they want in life? It's pretty basic stuff. So, my dogs were raised to understand that I am running the show in the house. You need to run the show in your house, okay? Princey, my dogs are happy dogs. I'll tell you a story. I worked at SeaWorld and I had this boss who was like a personality with the whales, a personality with the employees. She ran the show. She was like kind of scary. I was like, and she had kids, and I was like, oh my God, these kids must be little machines, little robots. It's like, there's no way. And then I met her kids. They were full of life. They were happy as can be, super good personalities. And I realized that day that like, you can do both. You can have happy, well-adjusted dogs and kids, and you can be the boss of things. And that's the key to this, okay? I can get into more specifics on how to raise a general puppy, how to pick a puppy, what breeders, what to look for in a rescue. That's all secondary to just how you live your life, right? Relationship, you've heard me say that relationship is overrated, right? All these mission statements of all these purely positive groups is like relationship, relationship, relationship. Relationship is not the main problem in this world with dogs. Discipline is the main problem in this world with dogs. Relationship is part of it. You get a rescue, it's been abused. You need to work on that relationship for a bit. Puppies, you need to work on that relationship. At some point, the relationship's built in. They're dogs. They've been with us for like 10,000 years with people. We have this thing going on. This is not a lion. This is not an elephant where you need to get this relationship because it's a wild animal. There is something there between the dog-human bond. What you need to work on is discipline. It's enough. Knock it off. I'm coming to get you when you do that wrong stuff. That's the difference between, that's how I raised my dogs, okay? And then letting them play, exercising them properly, letting them be dogs, but at the same time, you're the boss of the house. That's how I raise my dogs. You want dogs like mine? That's probably the main thing. All right, don't forget to like this video, please comment, and of course subscribe.